Hey Scorpio, how are you doing? Hope you're well. This is your general slash money slash everything slash anything reading. I'm not joking. Okay, I'll be a bit specific. It's a money slash general reading. So there'll probably be themes about your self development and probably career, business as well. Oh, here we go. We've got some cards here for you, Scorpio. Yeah, so Five of Swords here. You may feel that you've got a lot of people against you, or a lot of challenges kind of in your way. But this definitely might feel like you could feel like people are just like you're kind of on your own in a situation. And maybe with the Knight of Swords here, it could be that you said something before you really wanted to say it in that way. You know, you might have kind of maybe put your foot in your mouth a little bit. I don't want to be giving bad news as soon as I start the reading. It's terrible, right? It's not that it's necessarily bad. We don't know. And the reading here, nothing is really bad, okay? Because you can always fix it, and everything is always a learning curve, and no one's perfect. And that's just one interpretation anyway. It could also be that that you said what you had to say. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might not put your foot in your mouth. Maybe you might have got the outcome that you wanted, but what you said wasn't a lie. The Knight of Swords is known for not lying. Oh, here we go. Got some cards here for you. So we've got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, absolutely. Standing your ground on an issue, knowing you're right, believing in what you believe in. This could also be competition. Maybe someone tries to steal something from you. You know, the Five of Swords could be that. Someone could have tried to take an idea. Maybe there's been like a challenge, possibly in the courts, maybe about like, okay, I've just got identity theft, but more so I wanted to say intellectual property, and things like that, trademarks, business names, could be like things like that, where other people are wanting your business name maybe, and you might have had it for 10 years, but you never trademarked it because you just never needed to. And suddenly someone comes along and they say you can't use that name because we're using it, something like that. But it looks like you're not going you're not going out without a fight. Most definitely not with the Knight of Swords. You are, people just need to kind of get out of your way at this point because the Knight of Swords definitely is not about to back down. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So, and the Seven of Wands here is like, I'm not backing down. I know this is true, and I know that I'm right, and this is mine, and I'm not sharing it. And it's that kind of energy. I'm not going to give this up. I've put way too much into this, and not even just that, but this is mine. I own it. Like, you need to understand. So you're maybe trying to make other people understand something that you know to be true, that they're challenging. And the Two of Swords here, in the near past, could be maybe you cutting people out, cutting things off. This can also talk about new information that has come in that has made you more aware, actually. It could actually be that. But where it's made you more aware, it's also made you more aware of what you don't know. So then we've got the Nine of Wands. Again, this is the wounded soldier, or basically it's the Strength card as well. It's also called the Strength card in other decks, where, you're just, again, strength. I'm not backing down. I'm not going down without a fight. This has already been a long, hard journey for me already. So I've been preparing for this moment. It's that kind of energy as well. Gosh, Scorpio. Very, then we've got the Strength card as well. Yeah, but very, I wouldn't want to be any Scorpios I'm dealing with that we've got any issues, I'm just going to give it to them. I'm going to be like, you know what? You can have this one, absolutely. Because I wouldn't want to be in your way right now. Especially with the King of Swords, you're being strategic, you're putting all your money where your mouth is. You're really not kind of holding back at all. You could have actually even hired a legal representative, or if you haven't, that could be coming in your near future. Um, a lawyer, solicitor, yeah, a legal. You'll be getting legal representation and support, I feel, as well. This would also be a judge that would, I feel, more be in your favor, like will list really kind of be very fair. So if they see that you've been doing something for 10 years, you've been successful, it's an established brand, you just haven't done the paperwork around trademark, I think this person's like, I get it, I understand, and that's fine. Like, this person isn't about big business and just kind of, even if they have, that your opposition has got like the best lawyers and has put together the most amount of evidence and whatever, to win this case. I feel like this judge is not going to be swayed by that. I feel like this judge is going to be like, well, you know, it's going to be very impartial. And actually, I feel that they'll be a little bit like miffed that this business is doing that. They're going to feel that it's probably unfair. So, strength card, how you see yourself, strong, resilient, and I think you will be going forward very strong, very resilient. This thing is only making your skin thicker, where it's already thick and you're already kind of able to deal with things, or you've what's the word, like, you have a spiritual kind of maturity about you, let's say that you can handle these kind of situations, like, what reservoirs within yourself to kind of draw on to strengthen you going forward. So, like, you might need to be resilient in terms of affirmations. You need to kind of constantly tell yourself that I can do this, I've got this. Keeping to your daily routines, constantly reminding yourself that you're important, that you're capable. Building up that kind of resilience within you as a person. Also understanding that everything is love, everything will work to my favor. Really being strong and sovereign in yourself. I feel like it's just making you stronger and stronger and stronger, this whole situation. And then, yeah, we've got the Five of Wands, so that the reading kind of reads itself, right? Competition and conflict in your, so people on the outside see you as like competition, whereas you see it as the Five of Swords energy. Like, you're like, I'm flattening this whole area, like taking no prisoners, like, people need to really get out of my way, like, do not do this, I'm warning you, kind of energy. People maybe see you as like, they're not really maybe seeing it as that serious, like this is just a job for them. Okay, so if it is a lawyer, that's how they see it, like, this is just a job for them, but they do see you as competition. They do see that this is a fight on their hands, and it's not going to be a walk in the park, most definitely. So they're definitely, I feel, kind of prepared. Yeah. And then we've got the Justice card here and the Magician as well, and the Empress. Lovely. Do love the Empress coming in. So the Empress card is also ruled by Libra, which also is representative of the justice system. And the Empress card is very much definitely so this, like I said, like, it's more, whereas the usual kind of capitalist society we live in probably will be described as more masculine because it's more aggressive and competitive, and every man for themselves, dog eat dog kind of thing. And that could be good in some ways, but then you've got the feminine energy, which is more about wanting things to grow, wanting everyone to have a piece of the pie, wanting everyone to do well so that everyone does better, and then it's a whole exponential like benefit. Like, the feminine approach is like more about more is more. Let's do more good things so that more good things happen, rather than I've got to take from you so that I have enough, and competition. Like, yeah, Empress card is not about that. So, I mean, that's a very rough explanation, but just generally speaking, that's the kind of energy I see. And I say that to say, I feel that it's also a reflection of this judge if this is a legal matter, because I'm very much talking about the legal interpretation of this reading, but that's what's coming through stronger. So it could be for someone specific, but apply it to how it fits. So this could just be about a decision that needs to be made as well, that could maybe not be solely in your hands. And yeah, I do feel like it's very much nurturing energy here, and yeah, I just feel like it's going to be a very good outcome for you. So sorry, I can hear something swishing. Sorry. So we've got the Justice card for your hopes and fears. So yeah, you're hoping that if there is a court case, that it does go your way. I feel Spirit is saying it will go your way, especially with the Empress card. I feel that if you are in court, you need to talk about the emotional aspects as well, and how it relates to your family, the business, all these things that basically give this person, this judge, like make them emotional, basically. That encourages them to make maybe a bit more of an emotional decision, I guess, making them understand that this isn't just business. Like this, like you're supporting a community, you're part of the community, part of the culture, all of that. Talk about all the extra things that probably would never really mean anything, you know, like from a lawyer's perspective, let's say. So yeah, I feel like that will really help you. Then we got the Magician card here, which is saying as well that yeah, again, you will win this situation. And you could also be the first person to win this kind of this thing. Mm. I feel like yeah, you'll be like maybe one of the first people to win something like this. It could almost be yeah, could almost be not really groundbreaking, but could definitely set a new kind of it could become a case study for, it kind of sets a precedent, you know, for these kind of hearings. And especially with the Knight of Wands here, definitely for me is always a pioneering card. This is a card of someone who doesn't get bullied as well. I've always seen this as a card as someone who, even if they're the smallest guy, you know, even if they're the youngest guy, like they just never back down. And that's very much Wands energy anyway, but again, just confirms to me that you are pioneering this. It is something new. You may feel like you're on your own, but I feel like you've got enough within you to push you forward and to carry you through. You will find all the things that you need. The Empress card again is saying that the universe is kind of on your side in this way, and that the fact that you want this so bad, the universe is kind of aligning to get you what you need. So do pay attention to what's going on around you, what's available to you, and use all the resources that you can that's available, you know, especially if it's free, or even if it's a gift. But yeah, absolutely pioneering through this and not letting anyone walk all over you. In fact, you were loving the challenge. It's that kind of energy a little bit. And then we got the Ten of Wands here. Yeah, this may not be fun. You know, this is not the fun part. Yeah, it's hard and it's not fun. Often when in our businesses, you know, it's hard work, but it's fun because we're doing what we love and we're getting to, you know, get some enjoyment out of it. I feel like this is just about principle. This is not fun per se. And I think Spirit is saying, yeah, it will be hard work, but with the Temperance card here, it is saying just make sure you yourself stay balanced, give yourself healing when you need it, step back when you need to, take the time that you need to get yourself together. This is all on your time, okay? So you're calling the shots, especially with the Magician card. It is very much saying that you have more power in the situation than you may realize. If you are into doing, you know, taking spiritual baths and like setting intentions with candles and things like that, then I think again, I feel like you are being encouraged to do that as well. That would be a great benefit to you. Yeah, and the Temperance card here again is really about keeping that inner balance, knowing when to, yeah, again, emotion. I've often seen this card when I initially started reading as actually manipulation of emotions. But like I said, with this judge or this person that's helping you or making the final decision, definitely they're going to be more swayed by your humanness. You know what I mean? Your the human, the realness of the situation, more than just it being a black and white court issue where the law just states what it is and it is what it is. You know. So yeah, I'm getting that for you. I probably could have read this reading completely differently, but that's the story that came out. And I hope that you liked it. If you want your own personal reading, you can always email me. And I'd be more than happy to do that for you. But wow, it's only 15 minutes. And usually I take 20 minutes, but your message was quite clear. So let's see what else we can get from it before I go. So, okay, if there's those of you that's got nothing to do with the court case, I'm sure there's only a few of you anyway. Again, with the Five of Swords, it does look like, you know, you're having to defend yourself and you're maybe having to do things below the belt, you know, having to really cut at the ankles or really kind of use someone's Achilles heel. Like you're really having to play dirty in a way to enable yourself to feel safe or, you know, okay. And this could be to do with an air sign person. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Maybe this person is a bit of a bully as well with the Knight of Swords, like, because that's the Knight of Swords can be, to me, someone who can be a bit of a bully sometimes, who can be a bit rough, you know, say things, especially as it's like almost in the reverse in this position. It's someone who very much says things without thinking, is messy as anything, and always trying to kind of, is quite insecure and tries to prove themselves a lot. Yeah, and I think that it could also be that this person at one point was okay, and like now they're not. They just maybe have changed. So you could feel like someone who's part of your close circle, even. You know what I mean? Because like 5 is quite a small group of people. And you could feel like maybe someone that was quite close to you has now actually become your enemy, and maybe is also using things they already know about you kind of against you. And so you feel like you need to go even lower or meet them where they're at. I don't think you really want to do that. You know, who does? No one likes to play dirty. It's not a good feeling. So, but yeah, you're standing your ground with the 7 of Wands. You know you're right about a situation. This isn't easy. Again, this could be you having to cut someone out, a friend, you know, a family member, a boyfriend or whatever, girlfriend. I don't know, you know, but you could have had to cut something out. You might have got some new information, or kind of, because the 2 of Swords is one after the Ace of Swords. So that will suggest to me that you've got some new information, and it's really made you realize that, wow, I didn't know that person was like that. You know, I didn't know that person thought that about me, or, you know. I don't feel, but like I said, I don't feel like you're necessarily in tears about this. Because let's be real, like Scorpios are already quite protective. Scorpio, the actual Scorpio itself, is very protective of its young. It's very defensive to anyone wanting to attack. So it's like I said, you're kind of made for this. Maybe that's where it came from. It's like you're kind of built for this. Yeah, like this is kind of water for ducks back. Yeah, you don't like it. It's not a nice feeling, but it's like, it's almost like I knew it. It's that kind of thing. Like I knew that this is going to happen, or I knew that, you know, eventually one of you is like was going to turn on me. It's like, you know, when Jesus at the Last Supper said, you know, one of you will turn on me. It's like, and there's that meme that's really funny too. Anyway, yeah, it could be something like that. But the 5 of Swords still is not a nice place to be. Although, like with the Empress card here, you are sitting pretty. And this end actually is going to usher in a beautiful new beginning with lots of opportunity. So you're really making way for something very good to come in. We have the Eight of Swords here again. This is just you questioning, did I do the right thing? Did I say the right thing? Should I have said that? Should I have not? Oh my God. You could have other people also saying like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have been so mean to that person. Like that wasn't really like appropriate. Or, you know, people making you question like whether or not you have been just and fair. And I feel like you need to push that to the side. Could be family that's kind of saying that as well, or other old friends that are also part of the friendship group. But I feel like it's just going to bring in abundance for you. That's what I feel. Especially with the Empress card here and the Wheel of Fortune. But with major arcana as well, we have to remember that they don't happen like that. Like with the pip cards, yeah, they probably will be quite quick and available evidence to their energy, but sometimes with the major arcana, they're like the outer planets. They're a little bit more slow in the energy to kind of evolve, grow, and become apparent. So I feel that it could take time for you to really see the benefits of the situation, um, or the benefits of you, you know, empowering yourself and giving justice where it's needed to be given. Yeah, so you are possibly in the position of making the decision as to whether or not this person stays or goes. And I feel like you are really carefully thinking about it. And I think you have. And I think you're making the most justified, fair decision with the King of Swords. You're also making the right decision. You've thought about this. You are detached. You've been thinking about it in a way where you're not so emotionally caught up, but literally from a logical perspective, like this is just wrong. Like that's just that, you know. And you're not lying to yourself or anyone else about it, even if other people may not be wanting to stand beside you, maybe. And kind of like I said, you're like the pioneer. You're the one kind of putting your neck out. But yeah, that's what's happening, and people may see you with the Five of Wands here as like someone who just is just about the drama. Like they may see that, like, why are you doing that? Because it's just a lot of drama. But for you, like I said, for them they may see it as just drama, but you like, no, this is a serious issue. You came for my neck, like you came for something that was quite like a soft part of me, basically. Like I said, you use things that they may know about you against you in some way. For instance, they could know that, you know, you hate being in a crowded room on your own, and then they you know, invite you somewhere, you know, tell you that it's a black tie event, so you've got on like a really nice gown, and on top of that, you know, you're somewhere where, you know, you don't know anyone, you're by yourself, and they haven't come to find you and to make you feel comfortable and get you settled in or whatever, or, you know, come to say hello, and then you're there. So it could be something like that, like something like where someone knows that there's something that you don't like, or just knows how to get to you. They know that you don't like it, like maybe being talked to in a certain way, or you don't like something, and they're kind of using these different ways to get at you. So you could kind of be feeling that way, and maybe other people don't understand because they can't see, and it's so kind of under the radar that they think it's just a whole load of drama. But you're like, I'm the Strength card. Yeah, I wrestle lions in my sleep. Don't know. You could be like, you know, I'm just not. I'm not backing down on this one, and I think you come out on top. Spirit is just saying, do remember to keep a balance of your emotions. Don't get too like too one way or the other. Like don't get too emotional about a situation. Like don't beat yourself up over it and things like that. And at the same time, don't be like so logical that you lose your empathy, you know? So I love you. Hope that helped. Take good care, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye bye.